Single Women's Rehabilitation Day. Think of me as a light. Think small, imperishable, stubborn beam of a light. On and on going towards whatever is out there. An island or a morning. Maybe it's a boat, I don't know. I am that light. Today the doctor said if I go in the sun, I will get a rash. She didn't say if that was the exposed skin or if my whole body would be exposed in the mere insinuation of daylight, and I didn't ask. For the first time in weeks, I wanted to go outside. Things are finally starting to turn around, I thought. So if we could all repeat it like this. I am imperfect, I am imperfect, I am imperfect, but I know how to dance. And let that be the journey's new slogan. On the open range, it will be harder to contain my anxieties. I'll take fewer medicines. We'll circle the wagons, build the grandest campfire. We'll cry into each other. We'll let everything breathe. We'll make a day of it. We'll call it Single Women's Rehabilitation Day. We'll call it that and laugh as if the only thing I need is a man. I tell you, I am a light. Come to me on the river. We'll shove our bodies into the water's smoky path. We'll shove our bodies into the water's smoky path. Remember, when you are drowning, let someone down. Let someone down so hard you come back up more yourself. That rarity, that luminosity, that is you, and you, that is you we sail to at night. Thank you, and welcome to the first ever OC RYSE. I learned today that that is an acronym that stands for Regional Youth Slam Event. Regional Youth Slam Event. Yes! Hooray! Acronym! I am Danielle Mitchell, and somebody had the good sense to put me on the mic and send me up here to be the host for tonight. I am formerly of Right Bloody Books and Connotation Press, and currently the director of the Poetry Lab in Long Beach. And I think one of my poets is here tonight, but that's not here nor there. Now, I am here to make sure that things run smoothly and that at the end of the night, one of these 4 schools is awarded a $1,000 prize for creative writing programming at their school. Hello! Now, and the second place prize is $750 for creative writing program. The third place prize is $500 for creative writing programming. And the fourth place prize is reimbursement for the conference registration. So basically tonight, everybody wins. That's awesome. Now, please forgive me and my fancy little note cards here, but I'm a poet and I like to write things down. So deal with it. Tonight couldn't be possible without our sponsors. So I'm just going to take a minute, say the sponsors out loud, and at the end, we're all going to cheer and say thank you, sponsors. Thank you to the Orange County Register, Think Together, Burke Williams Spa, Bail Bonds Professionals, Christine and Eric Jorgensen, and Arlene Summers. But tonight I am most excited for the audience, these beautiful people who I cannot see in front of me because frankly there's a bright light in my face. But hey, I hope I look good. That's all that matters, right? Anyway, the audience is lucky because they are going to get to hear these amazing poets come up on stage and for many of them perform in their first ever poetry slam event. Hello, this is exciting. The schools participating tonight are Orange County School of the Arts. We have 2 teams from Orange County School of the Arts. South Orange County High School of the Arts, SOCIA, and also Sage Hill High School, all the way from Newport Beach. Give it up for our teams tonight. Now, this this is the participation portion of the evening where I was going to ask if everyone could raise their hands when I ask, and of course I can't see you now, but who has ever been, by cheers alone, who has ever been to a poetry slam before? Okay. Who has ever competed in a poetry slam before? Okay. All right. I thought that might be the case. So I'm going to go over some rules and logistics here before we get started. All right. First, tonight we have 4 teams. The teams will perform 2 poems per round. The first poem is a classic poem that has been selected off of a list of master poet list. We had, I understand, 50 poems on it, and they got to choose one. The second poem they will perform tonight is an original student-written poem that will integrate elements of the first poem. The elements can be structural, thematic, linguistic, you name it. They can pretty much do whatever as long as they're sort of having a conference with that first poem. The judges will score the 2 poems separately. The judges are scoring based on poem accuracy, stage presence, articulation, poetic craft, and dramatic presence. I will announce the scores after each school has gone. So not at the end of the round, but in between each one, someone comes up and does 2 poems, and at the end we'll get the scores. There'll be lots of awkward hand dancing as we wait for the judges to do their jobs, done by me. I brought jokes. Now, there are a couple of official slam, non-official, official slam rules that I'd like to go over for you now. Now, audience, even though I can't see you, I have a sense that you're out there. Otherwise, there's a really great laugh track provided by Josh Wood, who's like, we're going to send Danielle up here and have her talk to herself. Audience, don't think you're getting out of this easy, because you have a job to do as well. In a traditional poetry slam, the audience are the judges. Tonight's a little different because we have our own judges audience, but that still means you need to participate. You can cheer and jeer and let the judges know what you think of that poem that was just read that just blew your mind. Now, as far as the jeering goes, I heard someone go, jeer. As far as jeering goes, let's just all keep in mind that most of the audience out there was bussed in from a high school, and you may be the parent of some young adult bussed in from a high school. So let's try to keep it enthusiastic but clean, because we are here at a high school. I have to remember that also. Now, poets and teams, which I believe you're all up here, right? Remember, the points are not the point. The point is the poetry. Or, in the words of Taylor Molly, the points are not the point. The point is to get more points than anybody else. All right? But beyond all that, have fun. Seriously, when you're on the side of the stage, take a deep breath and remember, I'm doing this because it's fun. Or something like that. And besides, it's Saturday night, so hey. All right, everybody else, please silence your cell phones. You can do it now. I will wait. I can't see you, but I'll take your word for it. I don't hear a lot of rustling. Are they silencing their cell phones out there? I got a high five. I got a thumbs up. All right. If a cell phone goes off, it will now be the property of Danielle Mitchell, and I will sell that on eBay. You better believe it. So turn them off. There will be a 15-minute break after round 2, between round 2 and round 3, and that's when you can tweet and face message book, and you can go outside and buy some merchandise, maybe from our excellent, diverse, and talented panel of judges tonight. Let me introduce the judges. Thanks for clapping. I don't know in what order they're sitting. I think okay, we'll start here. Over here, we have Morena Ugbu. Morena is the host of Poets Cafe on KPFK, an awesome public radio station. She is originally from Nigeria. She has a long history of hybrid poetry projects stretching across multiple countries. Her CD is called Warm Sunday, and it mixes poetry and jazz. Please give it up for Morena Ugbu. Next, we have Michael Miller right here. Michael Miller is the publisher of Moontide Press. He is the organizer. Articulation is part of the scoring, kids. He's the organizer of the poetry series at the Muckenthaler Cultural Center in Fullerton. His books include College Town and the recently released first thing masters. Give it up for Michael Miller, please. Next to him, we have poet and author Allison Bennis-White. Allison is the author of Small Porcelain Head, which won the Four-Way Books Levis Prize in Poetry, and Self-Portrait with Crayon, winner of the Cleveland State University Poetry Center First Book Prize. Give it up for Allison. And finally, we have Shehan Van Cleef. Shehan is known for being the first and only poet to have his poem named Download of the Week on iTunes. He is a National Poetry Slam champion and a 3-time National Poetry Slam finalist. He has been on Russell Simmons' Deaf Poetry Jam. Please give it up for Shehan Van Cleef. He also told me earlier he's got a Snickers in his pocket, so watch out. Now, the judges also have an important job to do, and we really hope that the judges do their jobs and do them well, or who knows what will happen later. I have to say this. Please do your jobs well. The kids are counting on you, and Percy Bash Shelley is counting on you. The ghost of Percy is counting on you. Please don't let him down. Kids are like, Ozymandias. Anyway. With no further ado, I would like to do one more Poetry Slam tradition, and that is to bring up the sacrificial poet. The sacrificial poet often goes up before the contestants go to sort of level everyone out and get everyone ready to go and interested in listening to poetry, if, of course, I haven't done that already. So please welcome to the stage, David Ahia.
Hello? Hi, can you all hear me? Yeah. Hi, I'm David Ahia, and this is my poem, The Action Hero. And if you like it, it's in last year's Inkblot, and it's being sold right out there. So, without further ado, The Action Hero. We have this ritual, this Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday ritual, this sun, sleet, snow, hail ritual. Every morning, we recreate the 21-gun salutes of the Western world, Hollywood extravaganzas on our way to class, the sleek and slick spy flicks of the decade. Action movie greetings. No handshakes necessary, just rootin' tootin', shoot 'em up between friends. Every morning, a little dance of its own, ushering in the bang, boom, bam, pop day. That's right. That's right, one day we're Western giants. We don't want no statehood, you dirty lawman. Well, then you better get on out, you get. Statehood's coming to Texas, whether you like it or not. Stop, turn, step 1, step 2. Turn, draw, shoot, fire, I'm hit, I fall, hand over heart. Mr. Texas has shot my little harder, and I'm bleeding, and bleeding, and bleeding, and bleeding. And we get up, shake hands, we brush off that Texas dust, and look him in the eye. How you doing? Great, man, you? I'm great. Yeah, just great. You know, it's gonna be a great day. Monday morning he comes up and we do the casino heist flick. Mafia film marathon repartee, Russian rouletted. He thrusts his gun into my Hollywood spine and whispers in my ear, "Where's the money?" You see that? Right there? That's an eye in the sky. You shoot me and I give you 3 seconds to breathe. I won't have to count them if you tell me where the money is. Oh, you'll be counting, my dear. You'll be counting. But what does he look like? He's behind me. He could take any guise. Monday morning has a costume department all its own. Could he be a bare-breasted American? A Russian abs? Sleek fedora and tie? Oh God, just get into character, man. What's my inspiration? Get into character, close my eyes. Do I get a final word? Those were them. Shoot, fire, bang, I'm dead. Get up, hug, hold him close. Not very many people get to cheat death. Even Lazarus took his sweet time. Smile, sit down. You finished the packet, dude? Nah, man, I was busy. Your wife will be very happy, 007. Provided for, pensioned, all of it. You will not. Probably over a vat of sharks and eels, acid bath, it's something strange, it's something bizarre. I don't know where I am, but I am Bond. Of course she'll be happy. Of course. She's a Bond. But which is which? Am I pussy galore, grabbing onto his elbow, holding him close, high heels, or am I 00 himself, standing there ready to fall? Or am I at his back, sending him into a tango dip, cha-cha-cha on steel beams, ready to lockstep, box-step, and send him to his demise? Final credits, fade out, end movie. Or am I resting my head on his chest, ready to do the waltz, step and step, fall and dip, push and step into the pit and cut? Who am I now? And what dance and such? Choreographer, please, I want my agent. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bond. I'm afraid you must die. Die? I've already done that twice. He pushes me, and I lockstep, box step, shooting star plummeted to my demise, death, breathe my last, and somebody call my agent! Career switch, please, romances every morning. Let's do Casablanca and wrap ourselves around the great backlot romances. Make me Marilyn and we'll dance through some like it hot, cross-dress into each other's arms. And why don't we ever do the Notebook? Recast me. Kiss the Carolina rain and recast me, cast me into, hey, you okay, man? Yeah. I'm okay. Hey, great Bond. Best we've had all year. Yeah. You know, but you're really good at cowboys. That's what you're really good at. We should do cowboys. Cowboys. Yeah. Thank you.
So, are you ready to have a poetry slam? Great. The poets on deck are from Sage Hill High School, so please welcome to the stage, Sosha!
Hello. My name is Carlisle Huntington, and I will be reciting Insomnia by Elizabeth Bishop. The moon in the bureau mirror looks out 1,000,000 miles, and perhaps with pride at herself, but she never smiles. Far and away, beyond sleep. Or perhaps she's a daytime sleeper. By the universe deserted, she'd tell it to go to hell and find a body of water or a mirror on which to dwell. So wrap up care in a cobweb and drop it down the well into that world, inverted, where left is always right, where the shadows are really the body and we stay awake all night, where the heavens are as shallow as the sea is now deep, and you love me. Thank you. And now, my response entitled Seeing Things Upside Down. Did you know that you see things upside down? It's true, but before you even realize, your brain turns it all around. The audacity that thing has, doing things without my consent. Maybe I'd like things better that way. If everything was what it isn't. If yes was no. If stop was go. If early was late. If love was hate. If sky was ground. If lost were found. Maybe I'd like things better if up was down. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but when you look into yours, you are speechless. The person staring back at you is a perfect stranger, because we spend our entire lives looking at one reflection. And when they captured that memory, they didn't tell you it would change its direction. And now we're afraid of mirrors, and yet we can't look away because we want to try to understand how the person we loved could be flipped the other way. Did you know that I don't see things right side up? It's true, because I still find beauty, though all's clearly corrupt. And when I look into a mirror, wrong is right. Day is night. Courage is fear. Away is here. Humble is proud. Quiet is loud. The moon is the sun, and what has ended has only just begun. So maybe I'm crazy, maybe I am to you, but that doesn't matter to me, because the inverse is also true. Thank you.
So on deck we have OSHA Team 2.0, and that means coming to the stage before your very eyes, please welcome Sage Hill High School.
Good evening. My name is Shaheen, and I'll be presenting Those Winter Sundays by Robert Hayden. Sundays, too, my father got up early and put on his clothes in the blue-black cold. Then with cracked hands that ached from the weekday weather, made banked fires blaze. No one ever thanked him. I'd wake and hear the cold splintering, breaking. When the rooms were warm, he'd call, and slowly I would rise and dress, fearing the chronic angers of that house. Speaking indifferently to him, who had driven out the cold and polished my good shoes as well. What did I know? What did I know of love's austere and lonely offices? Thank you. My response poem is titled Sun. Son, I don't think that's a safe thing for you to do. You ask, why should I listen to you? Look, son, I've ding-dong ditched, car driving, skateboard hitched, flirted with girls with beautiful curls. My history, don't even try to imagine, you cannot fathom. Son, I know it's in your nature to rebel. You'll say, yes, Pa, and mutter, go to hell. But please take a moment to understand that my hand is your hand. It's more than that. My blood is your blood. So come, give me a hug. All I have is my good intentions. Don't let my mistakes transform your image of me, your reflections. Thank you.
I'm back. There it is. Woo. All right, give it up for Sage Hill. Thank you. Round 1, Sosha High School, 144 points. Give it up. That is out of 180, right, Josh? 160 or 180? Anybody? I'm pretty sure it's out of 180. Until someone says, no, Danielle, you're wrong. That's what we'll go with. We're still waiting for the next score. The music is gone now. All you have is the lulling delight of my voice. On deck, we have OSHA Team 1, and coming to the stage, please welcome OSHA Team 2.0.
Hello, my name is Justin Johnson, and I'll be performing Riding by Howard Nimrod. The cursive crawl, the squared off characters. These by themselves delight, even without a meaning. In a foreign language, in Chinese, for instance, or when skaters curve all day across the lake, scoring their white records in ice. Being intelligible, these winding ways, with their audacities and delicate hesitations, they become miraculous. So intimate out there at pen's point or brushes tip to world and spirit wed. The small bones of the wrist balance against great skeletons of stars exactly. The blind bat surveys his way by echo alone. Still the point of style is character. The universe induces a different tremor in every hand, from the check forgers to that of the Emperor Huizong, who called his own calligraphy the slender gold. A nervous man writes nervously of a nervous world, and so on. Miraculous. It is as though the world were a great writing. Having said so much, let us allow there is more to the world than writing. Continental faults are not bare convoluted fissures in the brain. Not only must the skaters soon go home, also the hard inscriptions of their skates is scored across the open water, which long remembers nothing, neither winds nor wake. Thank you.
Not yet. Oh, what?
Hello, my name is Alex Chastain, and I will be reading the original poem called The Reading. I said, you should come to the next poetry reading. They're a lot of fun. I meant, come meet someone's abandoned creme brulee with me between rug-covered walls and art-covered floors. Come breathe in second-hand smoke with me, with laughs like commas and sighs like parentheticals. In the streetlight half-silences, let your footsteps be drowned out by memories of when you walked here before. Let the phantom wind nip your skin, and watch the old times double expose themselves over the nightlife, and listen to the spent words talk over each other. Come lose yourself trying to find the bathroom in a labyrinth of canvases. Come taste the paint and smell the words and feel the cheap champagne. Come eat maybe stolen cookies and giggle maybe stolen jokes. Accept compliments from poets' little sisters. Tailor your words and eyeliner wings to fit in the envelopes on the wall. Shed your organ linings in tempo with the vibrato of people you didn't know could sing. Brush your elbows against $300 paintings and hug friends in long wool coats. Angle your palms to make the applause seem more encompassing. Let the words scrape the plaque from our arteries and pump them with helium. When I don't know what to do with them, I will cross my palms in front of my crotch in a silent gesture of unsex me, as if I am the Lady Macbeth of slam poetry and will slaughter anyone who dares stand between me and the stage. Come be my king. Let the new poets rear your head on a pike over the audience and watch me rise. You should come to the next poetry reading. They're a lot of fun. Thank you.
Now we can have your applause. The host is the last one to know you can have more than one poet do the round. Anyway, yay, poetry! So I'm going to announce the score for Sage Hill. There's my runner right up to the stage. Good job. I'm just going to take one paper from you. Sorry. That's okay. We're just going to do the one now. Keep those for me. All right. So Sage Hill scored 117 points for round one. Give it up for Sage Hill. So we will have the points for OSHA Team 2.0 after this next performance, and that's how we'll sort of stagger the scoring from now on. So please give it up for, is Josh in the room? Are we going straight into round two after this? Yes, someone said yes, and I believe them. So that means that on deck we have Sosha, and please welcome up to the stage OSHA Team 1.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Xiao, and I will be reciting Out There Where the Morning by Dennis Johnson. Out there where the morning is, automobiles and citizens are clattering along just like pieces of the universe. From my place by the window, I can examine an airplane as it crawls from speck to speck on the glass. I know that it is with the same arrogant mechanical lust that the pipes of the kitchen sink are dissolving. I'm ready to believe that everything else is too. For instance, this room, I am sure, is atom by atom taking leave. But here in the disappearing room, I am not too heavily alone. Printed on the label of this cookie can is the one assurance. Each cookie contains a joke. And I know that this is somehow good. I can call my mother and say, Mother, it is not what is true, but what is good that now matters. Mother, Mother. Even here, in this tumbling jar of selves, each cookie contains a joke. Each of us offers himself up whole to some nearly invisible, tasteless affirmation. Such sensation as we derive is derived only from the joke. Mother, I am this morning electric. I'm spinning into the staccato punchline, the end and the crumbling. I will hear the laughter as it breaks up and dissolves farther out into space, as it grinds and echoes against the metal. Thank you.
My name is Miguel Polito, and I will be reciting an original work titled A Collection of Interconnected Atoms. So, what did the cow say to the cat? Moo yow. It's an original joke by Josh Wood. So this is titled A Collection of Interconnected Atoms. Do you remember when we used to float together? A collection of cosmic gases, we were together, floating in the void. You, me, and everybody. Sometimes I feel people forget this. Our universe is physical whether you like it or not. Our world is a place filled with fields and forces and energies we are just beginning to understand. Born out of singularity, these phenomena materialize, forming what we perceive today. Perceive. Now that's a loaded word. In psychology, I learned that there is a difference between sensation and perception, between the information we get and how we choose to interpret it. I see you and my synapses begin to fire, my neurons blasting neurotransmitters in a more and more precise succession, like cannonballs hitting my stomach, telling me that these are your lips, and that I can make them melt. You see, sometimes our sensations are tainted by our perceptions. People don't see that the world we experience around us is built in our mind, that in reality the distinction between you and me is merely a function of our nervous system, that in reality we are together, and that in reality we are nothing more but a collection of interconnected atoms. Sometimes I feel people forget this. In fact, I see many things I feel people seem to forget. I see millions marching to the beat of a silent metronome, afraid to get off rhythm because they were told not to. I see tears flowing from unintended attachment, and I see heads turned away from the salty flood. I see arms crossed where they should be open. I see dreams. I see dreams of a better world crushed by alarm clocks saying it's time for school. I see minds trapped by walls of energy, both created by them and for them. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed. Now I see that caskets walk the corridors, but in my dreams I see ashes as remnants of their imminent transcendence. Perhaps as a parting gift to the world from the soul's transmigration. I see an ambulance wailing down the night-lit streets like the finger of a lonely violinist sliding through a wooden neck, its klaxon enraged by the chorus of drunken crowds unable to part as though the conductor has gone missing. I see whispers, I see whispers, I see whispers in the shadows yelling, "Be quiet, Miguel. What do you know? What have you experienced? You're just a privileged child." I have experience. And I know that I am privileged. I know I have these science books that I like to read, that I like to think I understand, if only for a moment. But at least I struggle to understand these things. I struggle to accept that I can't really know anything, and I struggle to see the world for what it really is. A collection of interconnected atoms. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, I have another joke. What did the poet say to Luke Skywalker? May the force be with you. Oh, get it? Metaphors, because poets. Anyways, how's it going, judges? Just stalling to give you a minute. My announcement, can you come right over here? Thank you, darling. Okay. OSHA Team 2.0 scored 130 for the round one. Are you ready to move on, judges? On deck, we have Sage Hill High School, so that means coming to the stage, Sosha.